came to tiny Nazareth, his own hometown that day. He walked into the synagogue to worship God and pray. The people said, "We know him. Yes, this is Joseph's son. We all know his family. We know where he comes from." All the people looed and awed as they longed for him to speak. The son of a lowly carpenter, a voice for the poor and meek. He stood among the people there with the prophet's scroll in hand. He read words that told of who he was for every woman, child, and man. The Spirit of the Lord is upon me today. He has anointed me to set the captive free, and to heal the brokenhearted, make the blind to see, and the wounded whole. This is the day of Jubilee. Reverently he closed the book and quietly sat down. All their eyes were fixed on him, you couldn't hear a sound. Said something about the scripture, how it cannot be denied, and the very words you hear today are now being satisfied. And all the people looed and awed at the wisdom of his words. Proud that he was one of them, they were pleased with what they'd heard. The people said, "We know him. Yes, this is Joseph's son. We all know his family. We know where he comes from." The Spirit of the Lord is upon me today. He has anointed me to set the captive free, and to heal the brokenhearted, and make the blind to see, and the wounded whole. This is the day of Jubilee. Told them stories from the book they thought they knew so well, of a leper and a widow's son, not of the house of Israel, who were foreigners and strangers to the promise of Abraham. Yet they too knew the love of God and were healed by God's own hand. Well, their cheeks turned red with anger, rage flared from their eyes. Who does this man think he is? Well, we'll cut him down to size. They tried to lynch him then and there, but he slipped right through their hold. This Jesus they knew so well would not be controlled. No, Jesus, he can control. Blinded by assumptions, captive to their pride, deaf to the God they thought they knew, but God only on their side. The people thought they knew him, where it was that he came from, but this was not just Joseph's boy, this was God's own son. A prophet is not welcome in his own hometown, he'd say. They could not bear to hear the truth from their hometown boy that day, that God's mercy is much wider and deeper than the sea, and we join hands with everyone, one human family. Yes, we of the Lord is upon me today. He has anointed me to set the captive free, and to heal the brokenhearted, and make the blind to see, and the wounded whole. This is the day of Jubilee. 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 Set the captive free and make the blind to see. This is the day of Jubilee.